listener. Welcome to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light. I hope all is well with you. I'm unshuffling the deck right now to get some good shuffles in. While I shuffle, I'm going to give you for your information, for those of you who are new to SGL Spiritual Podcast. Actually, it's SGL Podcast, which stands for Spiritual Guiding Light. So the FYI is, for your information, is that we do have a YouTube channel, Spiritual Guiding Light. You can click the YouTube handle, or you can click one of the links in the description box to go over to YouTube. There you will find your individual zodiac sign readings, like here on the podcast. It's just the podcast is audio version and not visual. You'll also find your collective readings, okay? Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you could be a part of the success and growth of the channel. For those of you who have already subscribed, thank you. And make sure that you're following the SGL podcast. Now, for some of you, you don't have access to use the comment section. That's because you have to download Spotify to be able to comment, okay? So create a Spotify account so that you will be able to comment, all right? And I believe it's free because I'm not charging any subscriptions for the podcast. So you don't have to purchase anything to be able to comment. That's about it. Any other information that you need is in the description box. All right, what message do you have for the collective? And keep in mind, this is a general reading. All right, so my collective, my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, welcome back and welcome. My water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, welcome and welcome back. My fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, welcome and welcome back. Last but not least, my air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, welcome back and welcome. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm yawning. And I don't like it. No more yawning. I think it's because I ate lunch early. I think that's what that is. It could be that's what it is. Because, yeah. All right. So, you have recognition coming in reverse. All right. There's two ways that I'm channeling this. The first way that I'm channeling is you're not giving yourself enough credit, collective. The other flip side of the coin of what I'm channeling here is you're wanting recognition from someone or individuals, and you're not getting it. What you don't see is connection. What is this? Yeah, connection. Your connection is external and unbreakable. So this is telling me, for those of you who are wanting to get recognition, it's giving me like appreciation though. You know how, like, say you achieve some kind of accolade or a goal, you achieve something, or it could be simple as getting a job and doing something. You met your goal, you completed a task, and it feels like you're wanting, an applause, you're wanting recognition, and you're not getting it from the people that you want it from. All right, that's the back end of the coin. The heads of the coin is you are not taking the time out to acknowledge your achievements, big, medium, or small. Really. It could be so simple as waking up for the new day. It's just kind of like same day, new day, same as yesterday, but it's a new day, and it's just, it feels like, I hope you're not giving up. All right, for the head side of the coin and pertaining to the collective not recognizing themselves, why is that? Why is that? Why is that? It feels like you feel from the wayside for some of you, but you have spirit in reverse. Yeah, I fell from the wayside for some of you. Others of you, it's just like new day, same as yesterday. The lack of energy. You have spirit in reverse. It's giving up energy. There's no essence. There's no energy. It's just kind of like, for instance, showing up for work and you're not happy. You just go through the hours that you work and then you go home and you're not happy. And I don't think you recognize this. I think you are focused on something else where you've forgotten about yourself and your blessings, what you've already sacrificed for. So if you have a place to live, you're not even being grateful for that. If you're able to eat what you want, you're not being grateful for that. You're going through the steps, but there's ungratefulness. It's forgetting, of acknowledging your spirit guides. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you, Most High, for assigning my spirit guides to me. Thank you, Most High, for blessing me for another day. It's kind of like, I'm going to just say this. Collective, on the head side of the coin, you're not happy. The tail side of the coin, why is the collective wanting recognition from people? I mean, why is it that the collective is not getting recognition? All right, you have 2 cards coming out. You have feelings and true love. You take stuff too personal. It just feels like the people that you want recognition for, they don't get recognition. And even let's just say you recognize the people you love, right? With true love here. And you're affectionate, and I'm not talking about in the intimacy way where you're like sleeping with someone. I'm just talking about, you give people hugs, you tell them you love them, you say good job, you're doing a good job, I see you, keep up the good work. Like, I see you doing that, but you don't get it in return. The reason why you're not getting it in return is because just because it's coming from you doesn't mean that they owe you to do the same thing. These people, whoever you're wanting recognition from, they didn't get that upbringing. It was just more so like, tough it up. This is life. This is what it is. And this is what it is. We don't sit here and talk about achievements. We don't sit here and say, good job, you got a job. We don't say, good job on your raise. We don't say, good job, you know how to tie your shoes now. You know how to put the toilet seat down. You know how to eat right. You know how to communicate right. Good job for being nice. Good job for being a helper. No, it's just, no, this is life. Suck it up. Keep going, because it feels like this recognition that you're not getting, the reason why you're not getting the recognition is because they don't want to give you recognition, and then it slaps them in the face where if something goes wrong once they give you recognition. So there's a hint where there's a group where they feel like if you give too much recognition, or even if you give it appreciation, it's like a gateway to, bad karma or something, versus, things happen in life. It just feels like someone just doesn't believe, or a group of people don't believe in being appreciative and giving people recognition, because if things turn around, they'll feel like it's their fault. That's what I see there. All right. What else you don't see is indication and reconciliation. Even if you tell someone how you feel, it's kind of like it's like, feels like you want to tell somebody they don't have to be like everyone else, be themselves or whatever. But at the same time, whoever this is, they want you to be a certain type of way too. For some of you, someone wants you to be like, they see you as marriage material, or you are married, and since you've been married, it's like you wish you wish you wasn't married to somebody. Whoever you're married to, you don't want to be married to them, collective. Others of you, someone sees you as marriage material, but the spouse that they want you to be is not you. You're willing to work with them with embrace. And pertaining to you who are already married, like, you want your spouse's embrace, and you've been communicating that you've been wanting intimacy, and they're not giving it to you. For others of you, you just want to be recognized. You want to feel like you exist in the marriage. For those of you who are not married, someone sees you as married material, and they're becoming an off term because they already took off their mask. The simple things that you want from this person, they've taken off the mask, and they're showing you who they are, and you don't like that. You don't like it. You don't like it at all. All right. What other messages? What are some words of advice? What words of advice do you have for the collective? Let me shuffle these, okay? What other words do you have for the collective? Earth, air, fire, and water signs. I'm being guided not to give my opinion, but what I am channeling is, we got all types of people. There's different types of people, and not everyone likes the same things, okay? And it just feels like I'm talking to the group who want affection. They want affection. They want attention. They want to feel like they exist. And then there's also a group where it's like, you have a choice once you realize who you're dealing with. And when you realize that it's like, aren't you happy that they're showing you who they are to you now before saying I do? So you have that option to say no thank you, like, no. Also, once I said that, for those of you who are not in a committed relationship, you're being asked to be fully dedicated to yourself and acknowledge the small things so you could be able to recognize the big things. Like, for real. Is this year better than last year? It may not be perfect, but it feels like it's better than last year. You get what I'm saying? When it comes to the small things. But yeah. All right. What words of advice do you have for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs? What words of advice do you have for the collective earth, air, fire, and water signs? We have relationships in reverse. Okay. Whoever's showing you who they are now, you're basically it's a no. All right. For those of you who are married, you're no longer wanting to be married anymore. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news, but this is what this is. Relationships is in reverse, and then based off the spread so far, the head side of the coin and the flip side of the coin. Okay? For those of you who are not dealing with the person, or you are not in a relationship, you are supposed to focus on you. If you can't uplift yourself, you're going to keep hurting yourself looking in all the wrong places. And that's what it's showing. You know what I mean? So if you can uplift yourself, you're not gonna be codependent on looking for recognition from everyone else. Okay? All right. Anything else in pertaining to words of advice? And that's also confirming that now is not the time for commitment to others. For those of you who are single, you need to be committed to yourself. Okay. Work on your people skills. You have trust. Yeah. The reason why you're being asked to focus on you got to trust yourself and work on trust issues. Learn what trust is, how to build trust, how to understand trust. Especially if you ever have to deal in the future with little white lies that people tell. I don't know what that means. For those of you who are married, like you're not going to believe that your spouse don't want to be in a relationship anyways. They're tolerating this. So once you're done tolerating it, they're going to be done too. But trust and believe this person is definitely whoever you're married to, they're not even going to realize how jealous they are until you guys depart. And they're going to feel real dumb. They are. You have loneliness at the bottom of the deck. They're going to be lonely as hell, and that's going to be their torture. So don't worry about it. Okay? For those of you what was it? It was the tails of the coin. For those of you, your person, because they're showing you who they are now, you get what I'm saying? They're going to isolate family and friends to try to rebuild your trust. Okay? But in reality, the truth is, what they're hiding is, not only are you saying no, you weren't the first person that they proposed to. Okay? Or you're not the first person that they were entertaining someone else. So there's a third party situation. So this person is lonely and they're using you, as the rebound. And if you are replying like, how can I be the rebound if this person was always around, or this person, we slept in the same bed at night? It was right in your face. You just can't see it. I don't know how to explain it. It was right in your face. You just couldn't see it. And I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Any advice? I'm going to just break it up. What is the advice for the singles in the collective? Excuse me. What is the advice? I need to make me some soup, you guys. I'm going to make a potato soup. And it's creamy, savory, and cheesy. Oh, yes, it is. I think I might do non-dairy cheese this time. Actually, you know what? I like non-dairy cheese. It's just as good as dairy cheese. You know what I mean? And reason why am I talking about cheese is because women, we can't eat a lot of dairy like that. And I love cheese. Okay? Aged cheese. I love me some cheese. And women, we are not allowed to, we're not supposed to eat so much cheese and stuff. We're not supposed to eat a lot of dairy, you know what I mean, due to our, how our body operates. You get what I'm saying? And so, I don't know why I'm talking about it. Oh, it's because I was talking about, because it is getting cold, and I'm like, I don't want to get under the weather. But I know when I make my potato soup, getting back on the subject, potato soup, I'm telling you, one bowl knocks me out straight to sleep. It is just so good. It has potatoes, of course, bacon, chive, cheese, sour cream, and then your roux, celery, onion. It is so delicious. It is delicious. It is so good. And I look forward to making it as soon as possible. Hopefully I have time to make it tomorrow. It's just, after I get off of work, like, I sleep and I take my naps, and when I finally have the energy to get up, it's like, oh, I gotta go back to work. So, like, the past 2 weeks, I have not been able, the past 2 weeks, I haven't been able to do what I've set my mind to. But the past 30 days, I was down for 30 days, like, literally down. You get what I'm saying? My vehicle was not in commission, so I had to swallow my pride, ask for help. And when I say swallow my pride, despite of how people acted or treated, or their opinions about, my employment and how I got to get there, I had to swallow my pride, because I know that if my car was working, I wouldn't have to hear how people feel and how they were feeling. It was like, wow, okay. And so what I'm telling you is, I need you to comfort yourself. Find something that's comforting. And if you're in a predicament where you have to swallow your pride, don't take it personal. Because, I'm not going to lie, I took it personal. And if I had people that I could confide into in those 30 days, I was telling people how I was feeling. And what I realized, you can't confide in everyone. You get what I'm saying? People turned their backs on me. I found out who was really my friends. And it was a learning lesson. It actually brought me closer to the Most High. Like, for real, for real. So I need you to create a comfort space. Figure out your comfort space. Figure out your comfort zone. You're going to have to learn to build a relationship with yourself. So, it's a difference when you confide in someone compared to someone coming to you and saying, you know what, hey, I see, you don't seem too good. Everything okay? You know what I mean? Don't just be so quick to, tell people what's going on in your personal life, because they will use that against you. And I'm a true believer that if anyone needs, how do I say this? If it has to do with your income, where you have to feed your household, take care of your bills, and people show you who they are, believe them and leave them alone. Okay? If they don't care about your well-being in your household and feeding your kids and paying your bills for your means, leave them people alone. Okay? I don't know who that message is for, but it was a lesson learned for me. It was a hard lesson. I will not lie to you. I cried because I just did not understand. At first, the first week I was refusing to understand. But then Most High said, don't nobody owe you nothing. What's your plan B? I couldn't figure out a plan B. What's your plan? I couldn't figure out a plan C. And Most High said, swallow your pride. And I had to literally, ask people for help that I never thought that I would ever have to talk to again. And it showed me truly how people felt about me, So, I don't want to keep regurgitating, but when God takes you out of a situation, don't wish bad on no one else. Don't just, don't wish it. I mean, karma is real, good and bad. So you don't have to go out of your way for the people who did you wrong to tell them that they're going to get karma. They already know, okay? People know that when they throw rocks and hide their ants, eventually someone's going to either stone them to death, or they're just going to get, rocks thrown at them. But you have to understand that most people who throw rocks and hold their hands, the reason why they do that is because they like pain. They like it. They enjoy it. So, all right. What is the advice for the singles? Y'all know me when I get to carrying on. I have to go with the flow. You know what I mean? Go with the flow. But yeah. Okay. What is the advice for the singles and the collective? All right. Improving health. Okay. So I like this. You start recognizing yourself and acknowledging the small things, and start practicing gratitude, and start building a relationship with yourself and grounding yourself. You're going to start feeling good. You may have a burst of energy. And I love improving health, because this is letting me know that your communication is going to get better. Your relationships are going to get better. You get what I'm saying? It's a healthy thing. All right? You may be changing your diet too. Now, what is the advice for the individuals in the collective who are seen as marriage material? It says, ask your angels. It's in reverse. Your angels has already shown you. So this is confirmation that the reason why you're able to see through this person now is because your angels negotiated with your person's angels. So it put them in a predicament where they had to show you who they are. They want to mold you a certain way of something that you don't even want to be. That's not even you. So basically they want to strip your character, all right, and replace it with a nobody, like an extra. No one pays attention to the extra. They want you to be an extra in their life. But anywho, it's a no. So you have too many signs, including this session and this reading. So, and what is the advice for the married couples in the collective? What is the advice for the married couples in the collective? Excuse me. You have the situation will improve. It's in reverse. Nope. So I am not a love coach, nor am I a lawyer or a judge. I am reading the cards. I am channeling. Okay? I am a messenger. Listen, you don't have to take the message. Okay? This is divorce. Both parties is going to agree, because the other person, they're tolerating the other person, and if you call it quits, they call it quits too. And the person that's tolerating it is a person that's going to end up being lonely. Lonely. And you can rewind that when we talked about the loneliness, that when it came out, because I don't want to regurgitate this, but what I will say is, to watch someone else be happy and know you're the cause on why they're able to be free and be happy, that loneliness is hell. Okay? This is not the situation where you love someone so much where you tell them, I have to let you go. And I hope that when you do find love, you treat them better than you treat me. It's not that. This is, you did me so wrong that I finally call it quits, and now you have to watch me be happy, and you're lonely, and it's like hell. It's like hell. I don't predict this on nobody, but I'm going to tell you what I heard. Whoever this person is going to die alone. Don't nobody want to deal with this person. Is there a possibility that this person turns it around? Is there? Is there a possibility? It says the situation will improve. It's in reverse. It's the same card, but it came out again. Okay. I love you. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle. Till we meet again.